But a couple of other Oilers who appear on your list are Warren Foegele and Cody Ceci. Is it fair to say the Oilers maybe don't want to trade them, but realize they may have to trade them?
I think the Oilers are probably more on the want to trade Warren Foegele.
Okay.
I think he's another guy kind of like Yamamoto that at the cap hit that he's at the role that he played on this team, the production level that they got from him, it's not terribly out of whack to his AAV, but it's definitely not really ideal. And I think they also want to try and add some different dimensions and different layers to their team, guys who can do different things, some guys that might have an edge to their game. So I think on that end, they're probably more interested in moving Foegele. And the funny thing is, of the two, I would have said before that Yamamoto might have been the tougher player to move this offseason. It seems like he's the easier one, and Foegele might be a little bit more of a challenge, although I think they're also in the same spot that they're pretty confident that they can get someone to take him off their hands without having to then pay something on top of that. So Ceci, he's in the category of they don't really want to trade, but they might have to based on some of the other things that they're looking at and the flexibility that they might want and need to pull some of those things off. So Ceci, I think they're happy with. I think they felt like he came in and provided stability. His contract is reasonable. It's not, great. It's not bad. Yeah. And they feel like, with a couple years left, the very worst case scenario is hanging on to him and having someone that you have a known commodity and know what you're getting from.
Yeah, that's fair. You tempered my expectations about Connor Brown. We have a commenter in the YouTube whose name is simply Taves to Edmonton. Are you going to rain on their parade for us here?
I'm not going to rain on anyone's parade. The truth is I don't know the answer of will Jonathan Taves play next season or not. I don't entirely know if he knows the answer or if he's told teams the answer. The only thing I know is that he's not coming back to the Chicago Blackhawks, and neither is Patrick Kane. So those two guys are moving on. And, man, first off, it would feel really weird to see Taves playing somewhere else. Second, I have real questions about his ability and his body's ability to hold up to the rigors of an 82-game season. You saw him hit a wall last year. He had to take time off. He's still dealing with the effects of long COVID. It's amazing how long that this has dragged on and how he just hasn't really quite been right. And I know there's a lot of people that were concerned for him at the time saying, man, I just hope he feels normal again. When it's a struggle to get out of bed, it's a totally different thing to go out and try and be a professional athlete playing at your peak. So that has to be in the back of his head of, I might feel great this summer and I might make the commitment, but that's also a lot to ask of a team, not really knowing how you're going to feel in January when you're in the dog days of the season, trying to battle through this. So I think if all signs or systems are go and he's ready to play and he thinks he can do it, there's going to be a number of interested teams out there to try and get him on a low, performance-based contract now that he's over 35, that he can basically be paid league minimum and hit a series of thresholds to increase his pay from there that teams don't have to worry about until the following season's cap, which if Jonathan Taves is playing and hitting those milestones, especially with the cap going up, you're not really all that concerned about. It's a win for your team.